Good morning, my friends. Let's start our lesson today, Unit 5. If it hadn't happened. Lesson 2, 3, Grammar on pages 70 and 71. Use should have plus past participle to talk about regrets. Use this form to talk about things you wish you had done or you hadn't done. For example, I should have said I was sorry, but I didn't say I was sorry. So here, you regret that you hadn't done. Okay? I shouldn't have done that, but I did that. Okay? Again, you should have plus past participle to talk about regrets. Use this form to talk about things you wish you had done or you hadn't done. I should have said I was sorry, but I didn't say I was sorry. I shouldn't have done that, but I did that. Next, conditional sentences, hypothetical situations in the past. Use if plus past perfect plus would have plus past participle to talk about things that didn't happen in the past and had a result in the past, or to talk about things you would have done differently. Again, we use this form, we call it third conditional or if type 3. Use if plus past perfect plus would have plus past participle to talk about things that didn't happen in the past and had a result in the past, or to talk about things you would have done differently. For example, if I hadn't found my book, I would have been in trouble. If I hadn't found my book, I would have been in trouble. Or I found my book, so I wasn't in trouble. Fortunately, I found my book, so I wasn't in trouble. If I had studied harder, I would have passed the exam. If I had studied harder, I would have passed the exam. I didn't study hard, so I didn't pass the exam, unfortunately. Use if plus past perfect plus would or wouldn't plus base verb or verb be plus ing to talk about things that didn't happen in the past and have a result in the present. Again, we use this form to talk about things that didn't happen in the past and have a result in the present. For example, if I hadn't learned English, I wouldn't understand you. But I learned English, so I understand you. If we had won, we would be celebrating now. If we had won, we would be celebrating. We didn't win, so we aren't celebrating. Note that I'd equals I plus had or I plus would. It depends on the verb that follows. If I'd been here, I'd means I had. If I'd been more careful, I'd have avoided. Here would have. Here D means would because it is followed by infinitive. Had is followed by past participle, but would is followed by infinitive. The last point. If with could and might. Use if and could, might, could or might, of course, plus past perfect to talk about possibilities and missed opportunities or chances. If I had gotten a job last summer, I could have saved more money. If I had gotten a job last summer, I could have saved more money. Of course, I didn't get that job. If she had left work earlier, she might have avoided traffic. If she had left work earlier, she might have avoided traffic. Got it, my friends? Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, clear.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Exercise A. Read the situations and make sentences using should have or shouldn't have. Okay? We have 6 pictures and 6 situations. 1. John lent April some money, but she never paid her back. Who can, my friends? Who can? If you can, please raise up your hands. If you can, please raise up your hands. Who can, my friends? نواف السمين.
Jane shouldn't have lent April the money.
Excellent. We use should have or shouldn't have. Okay. So Jan shouldn't have lent April the money. 2. Muhammad Al Ahmed.
Yes, teacher. Brad
Yes, my
forgot
friend.
his key, so he broke the lock to get into the house. Uh, Brad should have an extra key. No,
Excellent.
should have. Right, this is right, or should I say should have had after have?
Yeah.
Or
Should have plus past participle. Shouldn't have plus past participle. So
uh,
Brad should
okay,
have had an etc. key. Okay. 3.
okay, teacher.
هذا أبو 50.
Rita didn't feel well, but she didn't want to go to the doctor. Rita should have gone to the doctor.
Thank you. 4. Ahmed Tahlawi.
They should have asked
Read, please. Read, please. Read the situation.
Emilio was upset because they didn't ask him to go out with them. They should have asked Emilio to go out with them.
Thank you. Next. 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 Shadi.
5. We went to Gino's restaurant, but the food wasn't good. We shouldn't have gone to Gino's restaurant.
Again, please.
We shouldn't have gone to Gino's
Gone
restaurant. Gone restaurant.
to Gino's restaurant. Thank you, Shadi. Muhammad Al-Sakkar.
Mr. Johannes, missed
Mr.
a really
Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson missed a really important meeting last night.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson should have been at the meeting last night.
Thank you. Okay, my friends. Write down, please. Write down, please.
Teacher,
Exercise B. Now tell what you would have done in the situations in exercise A. For example, Jan lent April some money, but she never paid her back. If I had been April's friend, I would have asked her for my money. Okay. 2. نواف السمين.
If I'd
Read again,
forgotten
please.
my
Read the situation.
two, Brad forgot his key, so he broke the lock to get into the house. If I'd forgotten my key, I would have climbed in the window.
Great. Excellent. 3. هادي كمال. هذا ابو 50.
Rita didn't feel well, but she didn't want to go to the doctor. Uh, if I'd been sick, I would have gone to the doctor right away.
Great. Excellent. 4. محمد الأحمد.
Yes, teacher. Emilio was upset because they didn't ask him to go out with them. Um, if I'd been in Emilio's place, I would have been upset too.
Excellent. If I had been Emilio, I would have been upset. Great. 5. Shadi.
We went to Gino's restaurant, but the food wasn't good. If I'd gone out to eat, I would have gone to a French restaurant.
Thank you. The last one. The last one. نواف سمين. نواف السمين. هذا ابو 50. محمد الأحمد.
My answer is
Yes,
Yes.
teacher.
Okay, let's listen to محمد الصكاك.
Mr. Johnson missed a really important meeting last night. We shouldn't have gone to. Mr. Johnson should have been at the meeting last night.
This is another exercise, my friend. This is another exercise. We need to use if conditional, the conditional if, and the third type. Okay, another exercise. Let's listen to Nawaf Simin.
six. Mr. Johnson missed a really important meeting last night. If I'd been Mr. Johnson, I would have gone to the meeting.
Thank you. Okay, my friend, just 2 minutes to write down. Exercise C on page 71, match the two parts of the sentences. 1. Who can read and match? Let's listen to Muhammad Al-Ahmed.
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
If I
my
had
friend.
known it was going to rain, uh, I would have taken an
Let
umbrella.
me know the letter first. Let me know.
E.
E.
Yes,
Go and read,
because it
please.
was. Uh, I, I would have taken an umbrella.
Great. Thank you. Abdullah Mish'al.
If they had asked me for advice, A, I would have told them not to buy that TV set.
Thank you. 3. Muhammad Al-Sakkak.
If I had had enough money, G, I would have bought a plane ticket.
Thank you. 4. Muhammad Al-Shammari.
For if you had been home, if I would have visited you.
Thank you. 5. Muhammad Al-Ahmad.
Yes, teacher. 5.
Yes.
If they had told the truth. B.
Read,
They
please.
would be in so much trouble now.
Thank you. 6. Yusuf Al-Khalil.
If I hadn't passed the test, I would be taking it again. D.
Thank you. Great. The last one. Shadi Kamal.
7. If the referee hadn't made a bad
Referee.
call, referee hadn't made a bad call, C. Their team wouldn't have won the game.
Great. Thank you. Write down, my friends. Write down. Write down, my friends. Exercise D. Now use the first part of the sentences in exercise C and add your own endings. Compare your answers with the partner. 1. Who can? Who can, my friends? Muhammad Al-Ahmad.
Yes, teacher, of course. If I
Yes.
had known it was going to rain, I wouldn't have gone to the supermarket.
Great. Excellent. Or to the beach. 2. Nawaf Samin.
If they asked me for advice, I would have told him not to buy that TV set.
Thank you. I think it's the same as an exercise C, right?
Yes.
Yes. 3. Muhammad Al-Ahmad.
Yes, teacher. 3.
Yes.
If I had enough money, uh, uh, I would have bought a car.
Great. Excellent. Or I would have gone to Spain last summer. But if I say I would have been, it's correct also. 4. Ahmed Tahlawi.
If you had been at home, I would have shared the cookies with you.
Great. Excellent. 5. 5. Shadi Kamal.
If they had told the truth, their parents wouldn't have grounded them.
Thank you. 6. Muhammad Al-Ahmad.
Yes, teacher. If I hadn't passed the test, I would I would be so upset.
Would be isn't in the third conditional.
I I would been so upset.
Would been, would is followed by infinitive. We
Mm,
can say would been.
my father would have been upset.
Great. Or you would have been upset. If I hadn't passed the test, I would have been upset. You don't need to wait your parents to be upset. You yourself can be upset, right?
Yes.
Yes. 7. Let's listen to هذا أبو 50.
If the referee hadn't
Referee, the judge who say or who controls the match, the football match, you know?
yes,
Yeah.
if the referee hadn't made A bad call, our team would have won the game.
Excellent. Write down, my friends. You have just 2 minutes to write down.